started it. That's us right there, son.
Toasted.
Koui can't see himself. We do have another iPad, but last time there was so much interference.
Oh, yeah, too?
Yeah. Remember? Well, because last time I was using my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And then it, like, disrupted the Bluetooth between the two. Can you hear things fine?
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
What about you, Koui? Put them headphones on. Pull that close to you. Yeah. And then you want it down? Right there. Right there. Right there. That's a good spot. Is that a queef?
Oh, we got stories.
That's crazy.
That's a special ability.
It's a talent. It's a hidden talent.
If like a dude could do that, dude, you've been practicing for a while.
Yeah, that was like on call. Like that was like on demand. That was on demand.
That's a John Wonton special.
What'd you call it?
New nickname.
It couldn't be a queef. You'd have to name it something else.
Oh no, it's like the hidden frogger.
The hidden frogger.
Yeah.
Damn.
The frog down under.
Damn.
Crazy. Great way to start off the episode. Anyways, everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Munch Gang. It's been a long time coming. We've been gone for what? 3 months. We haven't released an episode in like 3 months.
Breaking the seal.
It's getting crazy over here.
Frankie went on vacation for a little bit.
Yeah, long vacation. The holidays were holidaying. Because we had, the last episode was just before Halloween. And then after Halloween is Thanksgiving. And then you got Christmas, you know what I mean?
You had some good videos during the holidays. I saw that.
Yeah, I decorated it, everything, but
It's festive 24/7.
I do like decorating and I do like dressing up sometimes, but just didn't happen. Things didn't happen, and we're just gonna get right back into it.
But we're here right now.
Yeah,
New Year.
Speaking of Halloween, though, me and Koui went to this Halloween party, and how do you feel about this? Koui shows up with no Halloween costume.
Oh, you showed up as Koui.
Pro skater. Everyone knew.
Oh,
yeah.
True.
Everyone knew, so it's cool. So
I mean, I didn't dress up correctly either because the theme was cowboys and aliens or something like that.
yeah, that's what it was.
And I came.
We were neither.
I came in as a anime character.
Wait, cowboys and aliens.
Yeah.
Like illegal aliens?
You could. You could have been.
Had his green card around his necklace.
You could have came in.
Hey, I'm always dressed up for that.
That was a fun party.
Yeah.
Started wearing wigs.
Everybody was in wigs. Some people had some aluminum foil hats going on. We had
With antennas, huh?
antennas. It's a great time.
Shout out MK that threw the party.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Fun time. My car battery died. That was sad.
Did you have that jump pack? Or no, you had the charger though.
I had a jump pack, but my jump pack was dead. So I had to bring it into the house and charge it.
Yeah.
I was just so disappointed. You know, when you're having a great time and then it just gets ruined by your car battery dying. You're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's worst case scenario.
Yeah. But that's what happened. That's what I get for being out and about, I guess.
To be young.
Yeah, to be young. To be young, dumb, and broke. Anyways, we had Halloween, and then after that was Thanksgiving. We had a Friendsgiving. Me and Koui, we ate a tremendous amount of food.
That's always good.
Yeah.
The Saps giving.
Sapsgiving. Quitsgiving is what we like to call it.
Did you guys actually cook?
Yeah.
We barbecued too.
We watched people cook.
Yeah.
No, we barbecued. We cooked some food up.
Nice.
Some lady
steak.
made some food.
Some
Some
chicken.
steak. Yeah, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was actually really good.
Was it?
Probably the best Thanksgiving meal I've had in many, many years.
Nice.
So, and I actually traveled on Thanksgiving. So I was in the airport.
Oh.
Traveling on Thanksgiving.
The turkey trotting.
Everybody warned me, but it turned out okay. So I got picked up from the airport middle of the early evening, and I made it just in time for dinner.
Thanksgiving Eve at the airport, it was probably packed, huh?
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Lots of people.
Chaotic.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, let's introduce the man. You guys have been 4 minutes into this video. You guys don't even know who this guy is.
It's a random.
You
John
might-
Just hang
John
around.
Wonton.
John the wonton.
They said I was in the corner. They said, "Look, we got food and we got a couple of drinks." And
Yeah, we picked him up at the local Home Depot. He said, "You need some work."
Will work for food.
Yeah,
hey, it worked. I'm here.
it worked. It worked.
I'll be fixing drywall here in a minute.
Yeah.
He said you missed a spot. Damn.
Then I'll have to drop you back off.
They're not 24 hours.
Yeah,
Gotta drop them back off at 6.
that's crazy. Anyways, if you guys don't know, if you guys are just listening, or if you guys are watching and you see this face and you've never seen him before, this man, you probably have seen him if you follow me. He was the former owner of Concrete Lodge.
That's right.
Local skate shop. And now he's an entrepreneur. He has a new business, Lightning Phone Repair, one of the best phone repair services in the county. I'll tell you what.
I'll take that.
The whole North State.
He said number one search.
Number one.
And I'm
top
not saying
search.
that because we're sponsored that way.
I appreciate that.
Yep. Lightning Phone Repair. If you guys remember that funny video, that video was so
The video.
good.
Yeah, I got a lot of positive feedback from that. Like
Yeah.
people loved it. Yeah, it was awesome.
If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll
Yeah.
play it right here. But
Yeah.
it's just
That's some good improv.
Yeah.
it was. I think I was just sitting at home and I wanted to create a video. And really, I didn't really have an idea. I just wanted to start filming something, right?
Yeah.
I popped up at the store and I was like, hey, we should film something. I'm going to pretend to drop my phone while trying to hit a skate trick. And then my phone shatters and then I'm going to go to the repair. You introduced me to a repair shop and then it just happens to be you yourself at the repair shop.
I think I played multiple roles in that.
Yeah.
He said the doctor. He was
The
like,
doctor.
is he gonna make it?
And then it goes deeper because my phone basically it does go through surgery.
It does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because you're literally going like,
Yeah.
it's like micro surgery. It's like nano surgery.
I got a big magnifying glass to help me out. So yeah, sometimes we get surgical in these phones.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to break the skin open. And
It's funny though, because like there's like an Easter egg in the video. If you really know phones, the 11 turned into a 14 Pro. It's like what the heck?
I mean that's the magic of Lightning. You know, you show up with an iPhone 8
You just upgrade.
and then all of a sudden
On the
you're walking
spot.
out with an iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
A lot of people probably didn't notice that, but I did.
I tried to hide it.
Yeah.
But
It was a good video though.
Yeah, it was a good video.
On the spot.
Yeah.
let us know in the comments how good our acting was.
Non-paid,
and be
non-paid
honest.
actors.
We want honest feedback.
Yeah, be honest, please. We did our best, but it turned out great, actually.
Yeah,
And,
I think it did. Yeah.
Shine some light with the Munch Gang, shine some light with the Lightning Phone Repair. I got multiple messages and people hitting me up like, dude, how do I get a hold of this place? I need to get my
Cool,
phone
yeah.
fixed because, everybody in the world has a crack on their screen.
Everybody has a phone. Everyone potentially is a customer.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
I
everyone-
meet a lot of people.
Everyone drops their phone at some point, so
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes
happens.
more than once a year.
Yeah.
This man had repeat customers within the same month.
customers. For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes, man. It's like they're eating popcorn all the time. Like they got buttery
You butter your
fingers.
fingers.
But you're supporting. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I enjoy it too. I enjoy it. So yeah. And I enjoy working on phones, but also it allows me to continue to interact with people like I did with the skate shop. So
Right.
and then build that rapport with people. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, I still haven't said your name. Anyways, this dude, well, you heard John the Wonton. His real name is actually John Castillo,
That's right. That's right.
the most Mexican. Do you pronounce John Castillo or Castillo?
It's technically pronounced Castillo with the two L's are yeah.
Oh, right. Unless you're Southern America, like Argentina, I think they pronounce it with like a ja, right? No?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Like tortilla.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm definitely guilty of pronouncing it more like Castillo, like more American.
Yeah.
But it's still like at the end.
Like Castillo, that's like the
Castillo.
American version, huh?
Yeah, I guess people don't know that the two L's is
silent.
Sound.
Castillo.
Yeah.
People are like, let me get that tortilla. I'm
Yeah, exactly.
No jalapenos.
Yeah.
Jalapenos.
Yeah. And I actually, I don't know if I shared this with you guys before, but I have never met somebody with my last name, which most people do. And I have here in Reading. In small little Reading, I've met other Castillos.
Are you guys cousins?
So,
Not at all.
not at all.
Which one's the cooler Castillo? That's the real question.
That's right.
Yeah.
He said, search me up on Google.
Damn. But Jonathan Castillo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here, by the way.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the invite.
It was about time.
Yeah.
It's about time. I mean, you sponsored the show.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Had a little ad.
Yeah.
And then
Sponsored me.
Yeah.
sponsored Koui.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the beginning when you first pulled up into town.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Concrete Lodge,
Yeah.
or maybe even before that. Well,
Sure.
what was the reason for you coming to Redding, California? Because you were originally from down south.
Yeah. So we moved up here from Huntington Beach.
Huntington, which is such a beautiful place, and
Yeah.
you come to a place like Redding. It's like, why?
So I grew up in Southern California. Went to in Huntington Beach, and in my early 20s, I sold the business, moved to Texas for a few years, and I came back. And when I came back, I was gone for like 4 or 5 years. But when I came back, I met my now wife, Claudine, and so I stayed in Southern California. I didn't go back to Texas. I stayed. We got married after 5 weeks of knowing each other.
Wow.
Full scented.
Yeah. So when you get married and you get married in 5 weeks of knowing each other, you ask yourself like serious questions. And faith is one of those things. So she asked me like, what's your faith? What do you believe in? And do you want kids? That kind of stuff, right? It's like crunch mode.
Yeah.
So we got married, and she was her faith and my faith is very, very important. So when we got married, or right before we got married, she brought me up to Reading, and so we came up here to go to church.
Okay.
And I liked it. It was great, but I fell in love with the city. I was living in Texas. It kind of reminded me of Texas. It's open space. The
summer
air is
heat.
clean. The summer heat, and so I fell in love with the city, and I wanted to move here immediately after visiting, and that wasn't happening because she was not leaving Orange County.
Yeah, so Huntington Beach especially is like nice down there, like the weather.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not leaving Orange County. I'm not leaving, at the time it was Irvine, which is a town in central Orange County. And, she didn't like Reading. It was too small for her. So it took a couple of years. But
the city life.
Meet up here. Yeah, she didn't want to leave. And her friends are down there.
Yeah.
True.
So I like the fact that the cost of living was less. From a business perspective, it looked like a good place to do business. And so I was all about it from the very beginning. So, but it took about 3 years, and we finally made it up here, and opened up a shoe store. Is what the first thing I did.
Oh,
I came
yeah?
up here. Yeah.
And especially when you start looking at the cost of living down south, you're like, man,
It's
A drastic change.
huge,
Yeah.
huge. Yeah. It's like 3-4 times more expensive.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even survive right now.
Yeah.
if I live down there, I need like
Yeah.
5 roommates. Like my whole Asian people, they always live together with their cousins.
Yeah.
We need all the cousins to combine our wealth and get like a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah. I mean, it's doable. I think that's how they're doing it down there.
Straight sardine style.
Or she had like a studio
Yeah.
or something.
But yeah, so that led me to once I opened up the shoe store, I ended up opening up Concrete Lodge,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah, that-
I knew there wasn't a skate shop.
You had a hat store too, didn't you?
After that, after it was like around no, it was right before. Yeah, right, it was right before. Yeah. I helped a buddy of mine open up a hat store. Yeah,
I will say-
same space.
When you opened up Concrete Lodge, I was like, who does this guy think he is? somebody I don't know, somebody from out of town.
Yeah, at that time it was like a random like time because like
That up.
there wasn't
loud.
a good skate shop at the time or a skate shop.
Yeah, that's probably good.
And then you just look up on Instagram. He's like Concrete Lodge. You're like, what the hell did that name come from?
Yeah.
It's like such a random name.
So this was my first initial, before even talking to you or seeing you, my first initial thing was like, a new skate shop opened in town? Who dares come to my community and try to steal money? No. And I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
So of course, as a skater, you're always interested in seeing what's new around here, especially with like not many skate shops around. Johnny Rad's closed down probably maybe
From my understanding, it was about 3 years before I opened.
3 years.
Or 3 years later.
So, Boardmart too. They just closed, but no.
So Boardmart closed after you showed up, though.
Yeah, they closed while I was still in business.
And I was like, dang, with Johnny Rad's being closed, there's only Boardmart, Zoomies, and that was it. Right?
Dark Side.
Oh, Dark Side too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was like, there's not really this raw like skateboard community because Boardmart has its snowboarding and all these other like sports type of things. Zoomies is just
whatever,
like a Walmart of sports, you know.
Yeah.
And then
not cultivating the culture.
Not like cultivating the culture of skating.
Yeah.
So when you popped up, it was interesting because you were there for the skaters. And
yeah.
And I didn't realize that until a couple months after because kids start showing up. You had this like vibe. You were very welcome with the community. You had people coming in. You were supporting the kids that didn't have much, like boards and trucks and wheels, or maybe even just information on skateboarding to the younger generation. And I think that was an important part, especially within the past. You've been here for 4.
So in Reading, so far, 10 years.
10 years?
I've been here 10 years.
And I've seen
Since 2013.
I've seen the growth because the same kids that I saw showing up at Concrete Lodge earlier in those years when you first began are still skating to this day. And like you opened up that passion, that dream for these kids, and it's cool to see it still continue on even though you don't have a shop right now. And I was like,
I appreciate that.
We kind of needed something like that in town because you're gonna cry.
It was like a hangout. It was like a hangout spot too.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Like after school, like a bunch of kids would just show up and just hang out.
Yeah, there's like a cool hangout spot. You just welcome.
Got that little mini ramp on one side and like skate shop on the other.
Somewhere safe for parents to drop their kids off to hang out and
daycare kind of.
It was a daycare.
It was kind of a daycare to do.
For sure.
There was a lot of kids there sometimes.
John's like, you guys got to ride home? Because I'm about to leave.
He said, I don't got food. But you built a mini ramp in there. Kids were learning from that, and it was a pretty cool environment to see, and I thought it was nice. I think it's cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
What made you transition from, your shoe business to a skateboarding thing, you think?
So, as you introduced me as an entrepreneur, I guess just wanting to continue to plow and move forward. And as far as business, right?
Right.
And so I came here to open up a shoe store, which I did, and I ended up walking away from that business. And when I did, I was like, aha, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a skate shop.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I knew there wasn't a core skate shop, and I grew up skateboarding in the early '90s. And I mean, looking back, and I know you guys could probably relate, but skateboarding taught me a ton.
Yeah, and it really does.
It really, I think it's one of the reasons why I am self-employed and a business owner is because, for me, I grew up, it was like middle class, right? It was just like just enough to get by,
Right.
Especially in Huntington Beach where it's like pretty wealthy, you know what I mean? Like we were not there. We just had enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I never had a brand new board. Actually, and I think I might have told you before, I didn't actually ever, my very first brand new board wasn't until I owned my skate shop.
Yeah.
So I always had hand-me-downs. And so you kind of turned nothing into something, you know what I mean? Like, man, I'll trade you this for that. All of a sudden I got a board. and just dealing with people is kind of how I learned to get what I needed. When you're 12, 13 years old, your parents can't afford to spend $150 at a complete. You figure out how to get a board.
Just finesse your way till you get there.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I grew up. I grew up, just picking and pulling, making things happen, skateboarding with my buddies, and it was my way to escape. Get away, hang out with. I grew up with 3 sisters. I didn't have any brothers. Wow. So, it was just like, okay, like I got to be around my guy friends. And at the time, it was skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I started my first business at the age of 20. And after that, that whole business side of my life kind of took over. And so I stopped skateboarding. And I think probably in my late 20s is when I picked it up again for a few years. And then I put it down. And then I got married. Yeah. And I've been married for 13 years, and thankfully, I've been able to reconnect with skateboarding through the skate shop. Yeah. And I had it for about close to, I think 6 years.
2017 to
2017 to 2022. Yeah. Yeah. So 5 years.
So it almost reignited that love for the skate community once you started seeing all these.
Yeah.
The community build up in your own shop. There.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to hear you talk about your immediate reaction, because now that I've had the shop for 5 years,
looking back,
I totally get it. Yeah. But when I opened up the shop, I was naive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still didn't know anybody from the skate community. And starting the skate shop, building the community, creating a place for everyone to get together and hang out. And then after a while, you realize, oh shoot, like I'm pretty territorial about my space.
Yeah.
But when you said that, it makes it like I can relate to how you felt and go, that's who I was coming into your space, and you guys are being territorial, and for all the right reasons,
Yeah. Skaters are always. I think we're just bred that way.
Yeah.
For me though, my first memory of meeting John was like seeing it on Instagram and then going there in person, and then I bought a board, and he's like, if you buy the shoes, I give you those bearings. I was like, all right, let me get the shoes. So John was like, John did what he had to do.
He knew.
But then I was like looking at the hell, this fool's selling penny boards. I was like, ain't no one trying to buy no penny boards. But at that time though, penny boards were very popular.
Yeah.
Because almost everyone I went to high school with had penny boards. It was like a phase, they were making a lot of money back then.
I kind of threw if you know me, and you know how I do business, especially with a phone repair, perfect example, I'll get into that later, but I kind of throw this big net and go, and then just kind of whatever I catch, then I focus on that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how the skate shop.
He said, "You need some bearings. Get those shoes. It comes with the bearings."
That's what I'm saying.
It kept evolving. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. Like that didn't work. Let's try this. Try this. But
that's funny.
Yeah,
I feel like that's important too. Like with the business, because you're like normally with businesses, you're just like trying to make a profit or whatever.
Yeah.
But then to make that profit, you kind of have to build this community to keep like coming into your shop.
Yeah.
If people don't like you, they're not going to come into the shop.
Yeah. So it was a huge lesson for me. So because my business background is e-commerce, which is online sales, and so when I opened up the skate shop, I had plans of doing it, and I did a little bit, but I had to learn how to sell in a retail space. How to convert sales, how to interact with customers.
Especially like a bunch of different background type of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And then basically, starting from nothing and creating a customer base.
Yeah.
And if you know me, you know that I have a big family. So
this man got the starting 5.
So we had to, or I had to make enough to support my family.
Yeah.
If it was just me and I've had a small family, it'd still be hard, but it was tough, but
it motivated you.
It motivated
more,
me, and I enjoyed it. And anybody who came to the shop knew, just like Koui said, I got creative. You know what I mean? I was always very, very generous, but I kept the doors open.
Right.
And even though it seemed like I was giving away the shop, I was still creating relationships with people and that customer base, and they kept coming back.
Social media too definitely kind of helped.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. Yeah,
figured that
absolutely.
out.
Yeah,
Free advertisement.
yeah. So I think I grew my Instagram to 4,000 followers. But to me, they were all real followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're all Reading followers, core followers.
Yeah.
So something came in, I'd post, and immediately I'd get, hey, hold that for me, or I'll be there, or hey, you know, so I could move stuff pretty quickly. And I'll even tell you some of the ways that I would make money without having to invest is I would check to see what my distributors had, take a picture of it, and then post it and be like, hey, I'm getting this in a couple of days.
Oh yeah.
And then whatever feedback, if someone said, "Oh, I like it," I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to order it." Right. Instead of just like ordering a bunch of stuff and going,
And like holding
I
it,
hope
huh?
it sells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you don't have, you know, in my situation, I had to get creative. You know what I mean? And so I didn't always have the money to put back into the shop. So I figured ways to get creative and bring in what people wanted. So
Right, and that's important. Yeah, especially with skaters, like young skaters. None of us have money. None of us have money to spend at any skate shop.
Yeah.
We're just there to hang out and maybe ask for a free
Hand-me-down or something.
a hand-me-down board,
Yeah.
hand-me-down trucks, hand-me-down wheels, which you gave to the kids and gave to us, and then you built that relationship, and then that relationship builds into a business later.
Yeah,
Maybe once
absolutely.
they start getting money from jobs or whatever whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
And then it built. Yeah, I think relationship is more important.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, look at us. You know, after all these years, we're still connected.
Yeah.
Because of a little
Through
skate shop.
skateboarding.
A little piece of wood and skateboarding.
You know,
John
so-
said, "Hey, I got hella wood in the back. You clean that up. I'll give you a free skateboard."
Yeah.
I remember going there and I was like, "John, you got some cleaners in the back?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're helping me right now. I'm gonna give them a board." I was like, "Hey, that's what's up." You got a trade.
absolutely.
I'll give you 2 pieces of hardware.
one
tape.
one bearing for 30 minutes of labor. That's so funny.
Which is so true. That's almost the reason why most of us choose skateboarding, because it's inexpensive, especially if you get hand-me-downs. Because if you can get hand-me-downs, you can skate that thing for years if you really wanted to.
It does get expensive though. Shoes,
Shoes.
Yeah.
like grip tape, it eats up your shoes so quick. I mean, depending like what type of skating you do, but
Yeah.
all shoes get destroyed eventually. So that's what keeps skaters like going to skate shops and like
Oh, for sure.
getting shoes.
And I will say this about Koui and a bunch of the guys at the shop is I saw that same generosity within all of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Koui, I remember Koui come in and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a new board. And his board was still good. And so I had a lot of life. So, well, I want to pass it on to the next kid.
Yeah.
You know? So,
because I know what it felt like to like have
Yeah.
like really like just out of shape boards, you know,
yeah.
like
So being
super
very
raisin tail.
intentional is really awesome to see.
I still try to do that today too, like donate all my just recycle my old stuff, like leave it at the shop, tell Ray to just hook up the
Hook up the next kid.
Younger generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what, like, back now it's kind of cooler with like parents and like the regular people just being more accepting of skateboarding, but back then skaters were looked at skaters that were like destroying property and all that.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah,
they
you
never
were
saw
you were
the-
a bad kid.
They never saw the community in it, to where you're learning these life lessons, like, oh, I could pass this down to the next generation type thing.
Yeah. So now you have what I would call ambassadors of skateboarding. When you were growing up at skateboarding in the 90s, you didn't have that. No one was in their 40s or 50s skateboarding with a career. You know, like you have a handful of professionals in their 50s, you know, and older who have had these established careers and created a pathway and say, look, guys, you guys can make a living. We didn't have that, you know, so there's no way, like my parents spent, when they did spend money on me, it was things that like a guitar or a bike or something he's going to use. I'm not going to spend $150 on a skateboard. What is that going to take you? You know what I mean? So it wasn't a proven concept, I guess you can say. Where now it is. You know, I mean, you got parents just like, you know, like, what is it? Soccer moms or soccer dads, right? Yeah. You have that in skateboarding, right? You have parents who are just like, I'm going to invest in my child. I'm going to take him to this skate park. I'm going to spend this much. And
especially
you know what I mean?
with the new addition to the Reading skate park, they see like a lot of
a lot more
new like generation like skaters, which is cool to see like younger skaters skate nowadays.
Yeah,
compared
absolutely.
to not as much, because the old park was kind of rough.
Yeah.
But they see like a better outlet for the kids nowadays to like go outside and actually interact with.
Oh, absolutely,
kids
yeah.
and skate and be
absolutely.
active.
Yeah, shout out to Reading and what they did, and I think it's contagious. You have Shasta Lake City's getting a new skate park, the South City Park.
Yeah, by the
and
library.
Reading, we were talking about that on the way over here.
Yeah.
They're getting, I don't know if they're getting a full park, but they're getting skate features and cleaning it up.
At least
it's all
something.
contagious, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's amazing.
It's about time, right?
Yeah,
Finally, after how many years of skateboarding it's been? Because my thing is, like, with skateboarding that just joined the Olympics, the last Olympic was
21.
2021. Technically, it's supposed to be 2020.
Yeah.
And, like, why did it take so long? Because I've watched the Olympics, and you have all these other random sports that are, like, useless. Like you got people dancing with, like, ribbons, and then you got, like, shuffleboard on ice, like, people pushing, like,
Just
metal
stuff that you
balls.
wouldn't expect to be in the Olympics, but there.
Yeah, and for some reason, skateboarding was never on there.
Yeah.
Snowboarding was on there.
I think it's just because Street League and X Games definitely pushed it.
Yeah, like,
Because they seen how much, because they broadcasted it on like internet and TV and stuff, so they seen how popular it was getting.
And it was finally organized. Like they had a
Yeah.
template. They were like, this is how we can score it.
right.
Because Street League's judging format, you have two runs, but you take one score out of the 2 runs, and then you have like 5 best tricks or like 4 best tricks. So they kind of copied that and then tweaked it to their own format.
Yeah, which
But
was still kind of messed up.
The progression of skating is definitely like it's crazy nowadays, because even like the younger female skaters are really gnarly. So it's like kind of
That
always
one
progressing.
young Brazilian girl who beat out
They're too good, and she's
Leticia.
yeah,
Yeah, she's killing it.
Raisa.
yeah. She's still
Yeah.
probably in high school or something, or middle school.
She's already pro for April skateboards.
Yeah,
Shane O'Neill
yeah.
skateboard brand.
Yeah, I don't even think she's 16 yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, skating is definitely crazy nowadays.
imagine. My thought is, like, you remember when Justin Bieber wore a Thrasher shirt, and then you got these core skateboarders and hating on it, like, you shouldn't wear Thrasher if you don't skate.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's still going on.
What do you how do
Some
you
peop-
feel about it,
some
Koui?
peop-
I'll ask you.
I didn't really care about anything about that. It's
Yeah.
just some other people, like, I guess like the Hesh skaters care about it the most, because
Yeah.
he's taking our, like, I don't know, our like
Our
brand.
thing
Yeah.
and- Taking it as a cool.
I consider it a compliment. You know what I
do
mean? I consider it a compliment, and you're gonna have 2 sides. You know, and
It's like a fashion statement.
it's a fashion statement.
It's like when people wear band shirts but don't listen to the band. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense too. The band T thing.
because it's just like a logo, you know.
Yeah, some people feel that way about the Olympics. They're like, oh, skateboarding shouldn't even be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much anymore, but with the Thrasher shirt, though, to me, it's like they're supporting skateboarding.
Yeah.
With Justin Bieber wearing Thrasher, there's going to be so many people in the world that are going to see that.
Just more exposure.
And they're gonna be like, oh, skateboarding is a thing, you know? Because maybe if he didn't wear it, maybe that person that saw him wear it wouldn't
like-
think anything of
To
it.
me, though, even though like we're skateboarders, but it's just a logo, because a lot of companies and like people just want off the logo, like the Flame Thrasher logo, and just put like a different like name to it now.
Yeah, just
yeah.
steal the
It's just the font,
Yeah.
honestly. But I don't know. Some people just care about it more than others.
Yeah, I'm in the position where I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, meh, whatever.
Like your hat, the Bass Pro Shops, a lot of people make one-offs to that.
Yeah, like I
Style.
love fishing, but I barely do it. But that's because I don't have any time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so there could be a hardcore fisherman who's like, bro,
Yeah.
where do you go fishing? I'm like, wait.
He's like, in the ocean.
There's
In
haters
water.
everywhere, you know?
Oh, in water? What do you think of fishing land?
You showed me when you went in the ocean, though, and caught those big fish. was
I
like,
did, yeah. Shout out to my buddy Matt Mullen. What's up, dude? He took me. He's really the one who got me into fishing.
Straight fisherman guy.
And then he took me out to the coast and went
out there.
fishing. It was amazing. Wow. It was amazing.
I've actually never been fishing on the ocean before.
It's a whole nother level. Yeah, for sure.
You get seasick?
I did. Yeah, I got seasick my first time out there.
He said 20 minutes in.
They give you like a Dramamine pill or something? Is it Dramamine?
So I didn't take any of that because I didn't know. And
How does that
so
work?
I was out. I don't know how it works, but it's supposed to just
balance your
balance you.
equilibrium or something?
Oh, is that what it is? When you
Yeah.
get seasick, your equilibrium or something?
Yeah, they have like I
Yeah.
think little wristbands too that you.
Because
can-
I've gotten like
Wristband?
seasick too, and then just started throwing up off the boat.
Oh, you're on a boat on the ocean once?
No, I'm talking about the lake, fool. It's probably because
It's not the same, dude. What do you mean?
no, it's probably because
the bathtub.
In the swimming pool.
little kiddie pool.
I was on a floaty in the pool.
The only time I got like motion sickness was going camping one time with my buddies, and then just started drinking in the morning, and we just started went tubing.
Oh, that was probably.
And then the alcohol didn't sit well because we didn't really eat.
Yeah.
Because alcohol already messes up with your equilibrium.
And it was the worst of all. It was gin, Bombay, and orange juice. It was the worst thing possible. And then I was on tubing, and I was like just wow, on the tube.
On the tube with somebody next to you.
It was like me and the homie Sebastian. I was like just throwing up.
Imagine if it flips in your.
Bro's all just looking next to me. He's like, damn. His stepdad's like, go faster. It was fun though, but yeah. I remember the first event you threw at Concrete Lodge was the game of skate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I won that board. I was like, that's right.
I just remember that day.
Little challenge. It wasn't a challenge to Koui, but
oh yeah, little did I know that Koi's the machine.
Yeah, he shows up.
Yeah.
John's like, damn, this fool could flip his board.
And that's when you decided I gotta sponsor this. If this guy's on the team, I'll definitely get exposure.
That 1 year too, Go Skate Day 2018 when we skated to Mosaic.
Yeah. That was really cool.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, we all got together.
It was pretty hot that day too.
Yeah, we were trying to break like a world record or something. Like most people skating in a.
I don't know. I think something like that came up. Yeah. There was a bunch of us that got together that day.
And then we did that little event at skate park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Quit Squad 1.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
What's that photo?
Somebody
somewhere?
claimed that I didn't do a pressure flip correctly. I think.
Oh.
What was it? Or at the skate
It was the most. The challenges were like the most heel flips in a minute and most kick flips.
Yeah.
I did the heel flip challenge.
Lil Will won the most kick flips.
I think you were second or something.
Yeah, I was second. Didn't quite get there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we still came up on top though. Shit.
We won. That's all that matters.
Good times.
Yeah, from the skate community. What a life, man. And then you passed it down to one of the most iconic skateboarders in Reading. I don't know if people know about that. Sort of, kind of, not really.
I don't know. I don't think we made a public announcement. It might have been very minimal. But, so we ended up moving from our North Market location down to South Market.
Yeah.
And we moved it to this, it's an old muffler shop.
Oh.
So it's a big space, but we moved it so that Ray and I could run the skate shop and the phone repair business because I started the phone repair business in the skate shop.
Right.
So I knew that I needed help with the skate shop, and so I ended up talking to Ray about it, and that's how things started to kind of begin.
Conspire.
And so we worked together for a few months at North Market, and then we made the move. And I think it's just a couple months after we made the move, he bought the shop for me.
Yeah, pretty smooth transition.
Yeah, and then changed the name to Ray's Board Shop.
Ray's Board Shop.
So shout out to Ray's.
Shout out to Ray's.
And then a little trivia: I actually designed his logo.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was I feel connected to it even more. You know, I'm already connected to it. But I feel like just kind of contributing that.
Yeah.
I feel feel connected and
He said,
you taught him the ropes because Ray didn't really. He's been sponsored by skate shops and stuff, but he's never really ran it. So I'd imagine you kind of helped him. Through.
So he was pretty open about it, and as far as like, hey, I'm not sure how everything works, but he picked it up fairly quickly. Yeah. I think just after a couple of months, just working together, he picked it. Mm-hmm. He didn't. As far as like what he needed to learn was just like who to buy from. The whole purchasing side of it. Obviously, he was as you guys mentioned, a legend here. Here in Reading. But maybe not having the full confidence of running a business because it was his first. I'm pretty sure it's his first business. But no, he picked it up pretty quickly and. He's I feel like I could not have picked a better person
candidate
to continue running the shop.
I thought the same thing when I found out he was taking over.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, everybody's gonna support this guy.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean? This
yeah.
guy is the legacy of skateboarding in town.
Totally.
Really.
Yeah. No, and I felt honored because when I mentioned it to him, I wasn't sure if he's if he was gonna be interested, and if you don't know Ray, or maybe you know him a little bit, he can be a bit intimidating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's his natural look though.
Yeah.
One time I snaked him.
Frankie said I left the park.
Yeah. You can watch that story when you interviewed him here, right?
Yeah,
You talking
yeah.
about that? But
He said, "I don't even remember you, kid."
so I was blown away that he was even interested, and so to see him running it and owning it and doing his own thing and now creating his own legacy, is pretty amazing. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Skater owned operator, man.
Yeah.
We be still killing it in there.
And continuing on the passion of showing support for these kids, this younger generation, just even the older generations. When the older cats, like Ray's friends and all that, they found out, they're like, yeah, I'm going there now.
Oh yeah, there's been so
Everybody.
much support, and it's cool because my shop is in that building, so I still see a lot of my old regulars.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Like I feel like I'm.
And
still
it's good for both businesses because some people go there for their phone repair and they're like, "What's that?" And then
they
they're like,
go next door.
They're hearing skateboards, and then there's like a whole little skate park in there.
The kids,
Yeah.
they're like, kids, there's a playground in there.
I know it's been a good partnership.
Yeah.
As far as from the beginning, but even now having two separate businesses and
And the
we're
space
both
kind of
running our
works
own
for both
space.
too.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting on your phone to get fixed, however long it takes, an hour or whatever,
Just go skate.
you just go skate for an hour. Come
Or
And I
back.
get people that just freak out in the best way possible that there's a skate shop next door.
Yeah.
And they're pretty stoked on it.
It just works out.
Yeah.
Legendary.
I was like, no way. I'm like, yeah, right through that door.
I remember there wasn't that door.
No, there was that door.
Me and Frankie went there like when you guys first moved, just empty just one box in that
Yeah.
bank,
Yeah.
and then we just made the best out of it and just
Yeah.
skated it.
Yep. Slowly coming along.
Yeah.
Well, we do have to take a break because, my battery likes to overheat.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
we got to switch it out.
You better subscribe.
Subscribe.
But I see a little possum up there or something.
Oh, yeah. You see more than a possum.
Raccoon, a couple homeless. A black dude was once up there.
You see a wild
Why-
blackfish.
I don't know why black people are the funniest thing to me.
Yeah.
Just because it's borderline racist, but
What's that?
just black people. Just that's like why is it anytime you say black person, it's like immediately racist? Also Asian person too, though.
Yeah.
No, I think you just made it feel like more racist than it was.
Yeah, now it's just awkward.
Yeah. It's unfair, man. There's so many racist things you could say about Asians and kind of blacks. Less Mexicans, and then like almost nothing with whites. You ever think about that? There's like no equality there.
For
Yeah.
jokes?
There's hella.
Kind of jokes, but like,
Because they're inbred. They fuck their cousins.
yeah, you could say that. But then, what else could you
fucker.
say besides that though? Their eyes
There's
are
not
too
much.
big. It's like not even a diss.
There's not much. Just like
They need what is it? They need sunscreen in the summer.
Yeah. I mean, that's not very bad.
I think it gets more racist when you go more like hillbilly.
Right.
Yeah, more like
Alabama.
like.
Yeah, because for us, you could say,
there.
oh, Asians got like slanty eyes, or they eat dogs and cats.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could say.
Which is all true.
Yeah. Actually,
They do be eating dogs over there.
Yeah.
yeah, they're supposed to be passing along. I believe it's Korea within the next 3 years to where they can't serve dog meat anymore.
Oh no way! Because they have farms there, right? They're like actual dog farms. It's not like. I mean, I'm sure maybe they've eaten like. A
They be
dog off
stealing the
street,
dogs.
But they actually have like they farm dogs like they do any other kind of animal.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like a
that's what
chicken.
it- yeah.
Like
Wow.
Let's not talk about that.
It's just meat to them over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you lived in a space where that was normal, you probably wouldn't.
You
care.
wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, you wouldn't know any better.
It's kind of like how India doesn't eat pork or
Yeah.
Cows.
because
Yeah.
they treat it like a god, huh? Like cows.
I think they believe that you're reincarnated as a cow.
That's what it was. Huh?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be reincarnated as a cow?
So they'll see a cow and they'll think of it as a relative.
Whoa.
Wow.
We have something similar like that in the Mian culture. You ever heard of the thing where
It's gonna be a tiger.
no, not a tiger, dude. That's like something that's like Chinese probably. No, we're supposed to be praying mantises.
Oh, really?
You never heard that before?
Since when?
I've always, when I was younger, my mom used to tell me that anytime we see a praying mantis, she's always like, "That's your ancestor." Cause when you see a praying mantis, you're supposed to ask it where you used to live, and then you ask it in Mian, of course, and then the praying mantis literally lifts up his hand and points in a certain direction, and it's like, "I used to live over there."
Frankie, the bug whisperer.
The praying mantis.
That should be that's what you should name the podcast.
The praying mantis.
Praying mantis.
Wow.
Praying mantis.
I never heard anything about that, but
We just on our commercial break. Time to pray.
Hold hands.
it's like the intermission bit.
At the end, where do you live?
Damn.
Praying mantises. I wouldn't mind. I'd rather be reincarnated as a praying mantis than a cow. No?
I don't know. I think you get squashed. I think the lifespan would be much less.
You get to live better. Like cow, they don't even move. You're just stationary.
But if you're in India, they treat them like royalty.
Oh, they're like...
Yeah.
Do
They massage them. They
Massage
freaking.
them.
It's like
clean 'em.
Wagyu beef over there.
Yeah. But they don't have a death sentence because they're living.
They'll die eventually, but
Yeah, of natural causes.
yeah.
That
Maybe-
sounds lame.
I feel like some people eat them over there. It's like,
I'm sure someone
it's like a
does.
taboo, you know? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, we should eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they also have sex with sheep over there, so I don't know if I believe in them.
The hell?
Yeah, that's a thing in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
In South America too.
Meh.
Yeah, it's like
That's hella crazy. I never
what do
heard
you
of
call
that.
it? Like
What? A
The-
bestiality?
but
Bestiality.
in these cultures, it's like a way of becoming a man.
What? So it's like a little, almost
It's
a
like
tradition?
Yeah.
They said you gotta
they'll
send the
practice- They'll practice with the sheep.
No.
Yep.
That's too
Little
much.
boys. Yeah.
The boy who cried sheep.
Yeah. YouTube it. It's pretty gross.
That's too graphic. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
My friends come over. I start searching up a song, and it shows man,
The search history.
man and sheep. It's like no.
You about to get the freaking FBI knocking on your door,
Yeah.
searching up those searches. Damn.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
No.
But anyways, yeah, there's literally no racist thing towards white people.
Yeah. It's very light.
Imagine if there's probably is if you're in Japan or like China or something. They're just super racist. Over there.
Yeah. No. I think if you dwell on it, you can get pretty creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never thought of it, so I can't spit anything out of my. I have no idea.
It's like to them, it's funny. Look at their pointy noses or something like that.
He said the bird nose or something.
Something. Oh, those people eat macaroni, and it's like
All that
dog.
pasta
Yeah.
and hamburgers.
but to us, it's like not funny.
Yeah.
What is it? What do they call it? The snails, the escargot or something?
Yeah, escargot, snail. Have you ever had that before?
No, I've heard it's good. I still wouldn't eat it.
I could imagine the texture like jelly like squishy,
Yeah.
but I never tried it myself.
What's the weirdest thing you have eaten?
I think alligator.
That's it. That's the weirdest thing. No spiders. No.
I'm not very adventurous.
I've tried
my food.
quote unquote alligator too. It was at the food truck.
The food truck,
The downtown.
yeah, here.
But
Okay.
it could have been anything else because
I
it
had
was
mine
like
in Texas.
It was like chopped up bits and like fried, you know, kind of.
Yeah, kind of calamari.
Everyone just said it tastes like chicken, but
Mm-hmm.
could have been alligator, but they could have just finessed us. Freaking $12 for a 6-piece of mystery meat.
Yeah. I don't think it was cheap. I don't remember whether it was good or not. Probably not because I wouldn't remember.
I know, like
But it was very chewy, I
Mississippi, like Louisiana is normal over there.
Yeah.
And Florida, they be eating it.
Yeah, they eat squirrels. Do they eat armadillo in Texas? Is that a thing?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would not be surprised.
Have you seen an armadillo down there?
Yes.
I mean, different
Somebody
cultures.
probably has.
Yeah.
if it's meat, to them it's like protein. So I feel like they'll just
Yeah.
cook it and cut it like snakes and stuff. Freaking pythons, whatever.
It's Texas.
Texas.
Everything's bigger. Speaking of food, man, I got something for us to try. I was at Sacramento the other day. Went to a store, an Asian store called 99 Ranch. Many Asian people know about this.
It's like an Asian
I'm familiar with the
Winko.
99 Ranch.
You been there?
I've been
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
There's like an H Mart. It's like a Korean shop, but we're gonna have to share this one bag of chips though.
Okay.
Check it out. It is cucumber flavored Lay's.
That's crazy.
It doesn't say Lay's.
It does.
Oh, cool.
Lay's brand, but it's in like Chinese. I think.
Nice.
I wonder what the minus 50% means. Less calories or something?
Is it minus 50%?
Whatever that translates
Minus
to.
50% with the green leaf on it. What does that mean?
Less
Ooh.
plastic?
Less flavorful.
There's only one way to find out.
What do you think? Oh no.
So this is a cucumber, you said?
Cucumber flavored Lay's
Cucumber
potato chip.
I like
I'm thinking a very mild potato chip flavor.
Well, you can smell it already.
It's pungent.
It smells like the cucumber skin almost.
It does.
It's almost like that watery.
Yeah.
Can you smell it? Take a
Yeah.
chip.
I like
Let's
the
see.
cucumber lime Gatorade. If like you're hungover.
You know what? It
hungover or
smells
something.
kind of fishy.
Fishy? Mm-hmm. That's weird. For
Right?
cucumber? Is cucumber fishy? It kind of does.
It's a weird taste, but it's weird.
Oh, I
don't-
immediately don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think I like it either.
It's interesting, but I'm gonna eat it.
Because I never really liked that.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Koui mentioned the Gatorade, the cucumber lime flavor. I never really liked that flavor.
No, that's a big hit. A lot of people like that.
Do you like it?
Okay. No, whatever.
It's like it has that cucumber skin.
know
like
what?
the
Know what
bitter-
this needs?
Salt.
Tapatio.
The
yeah,
Tapatio.
I'll mask it for sure. Cover it up.
Or
Yeah.
some tahini maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
Some little spice. You like it though? Does it like you? Would you buy that at the store? Let me
Probably
take
not.
another.
If it has some chili on it though,
Maybe.
try another one?
aftertaste. Nah.
No, that's not the move.
to me the cucumber taste doesn't really bug me.
I don't taste cucumber. I really smell and has a fishy even aftertaste.
Yeah.
Almost like a crab cake.
Kind of.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like
Like
a crab cake.
like a imitation crab
Yeah.
almost too. Yeah, I don't know.
You know
how-
what it is? I know what the 50 stands for. Cucumber? It's 50-50. We don't know.
We don't know.
It's a mystery box. It's
It's-
a mystery bag.
Cucumber or sea cucumber?
Yeah, I'm going C.
Sea
I'm going on
cucumber.
sea cucumber on this one.
Cucumber flavor seasoning.
Yeah. No joke. That does not taste like cucumber.
It tastes like cucumber to me.
Yeah.
I like cucumber. Like,
No, I like cucumber. For
By-
sure.
yeah, just
but
by
that
itself.
doesn't taste like cucumber to me.
wow.
It's like an acquired taste, like the salt and vinegar chips.
That I
Like
like.
that.
Yeah,
That I like.
there is a little bit of an acquired taste thing.
Yeah.
So what? Alligator is the weirdest thing you had?
Yeah, that's about it.
What's the weirdest thing I've had? Maybe balut. Balut.
Is that the egg?
Yeah. With,
Oh, no.
with like
way.
the half-born chicken in there.
Bro, no joke. I was just about to say. I was about to bring it up.
You tried it, huh?
No, I haven't tried it, but I was about to bring that up and go, have you seen it on YouTube? The bird?
Yeah.
You ate that?
The fetus?
Yeah, it's like a little fetus. It's like a.
But it's like,
It's still in there.
it's still in there.
Yeah. It's like a normal thing in
I
Thailand.
couldn't do that, dude. I could not do that.
A lot of Asian cultures like Filipinos, they be eating it.
Koi's ate it. We just eat it with pepper sauce.
Really?
I'd never.
To me, I never ate the actual like unborn like chicken, but
Yeah.
I'll eat the egg white,
eat around it. Yeah, kind of like the.
and I'll dip it in like the pepper sauce.
But people do eat the bird.
Yeah, people eat that.
Do you-
like Filipinos?
Have you
I
tried?
think it-
Have you actually eaten the bird?
Probably accidentally.
The bird was too gnarly for me because
yeah. I could probably eat that out of it. Very like I don't know, maybe, definitely not the bird.
Because sometimes you can't
Ugh.
tell. Because you know the bird forms in different ways.
Yeah.
Like it could be like in its first trimester or second trimester
And I've seen it where it's like the head and the eyeballs and the beak.
in the beak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
like,
seen that
nah.
too.
because I tried it. I was exposed to it when I was younger because
Yeah.
but just my family was eating it. And I was
Yeah.
like, my mom was like, "Here, you want an egg?" And I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Like
And then she was like, just give me the egg white part, and I just dipped it. But even like the egg white part was like hella like chewy.
Okay.
It was like very firm.
Yeah.
So to me, I just kind of like took one bite and just stopped eating it because like this isn't it.
Doesn't it? Now, have you had eggs like regular eggs before?
Because to me, I thought it was like a yeah.
What?
I just thought of it as like a regular hard boiled egg, right? Because I seen it, and
Yeah.
then it just threw me off seeing like the little baby fetus. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I think it's like a aphrodisiac or something like that.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Is it?
In Filipino,
Okay.
Philippines, it's like an aphrodisiac. It's like makes you horny or whatever. That's weird to say, but dude, that's
It's a turn off.
that's the purpose of it.
They said the placebo effect. If you can believe, you can achieve.
Really, it's just like
They don't got the rhino pill, so just eat the embryo.
yeah. Now, look, we're running out of unfertilized eggs, so you have to eat these fertilized eggs.
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh yeah,
It tastes good, honestly. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta have it with some good pepper sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a secret.
Too good.
Too good. Anyways, Lightning phone repair. Mm-hmm. What's the update on Lightning phone repair? You got any new information going on?
Lightning phone repair. Yeah, I'm actually proud to say that we reached 300 reviews on Google.
300.
We're over 300 reviews. Yeah, very proud of
5
that.
stars.
5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you pay those guys, or what's going on there?
About half of them.
He said they paid me. I gave him a good deal.
Well,
You get some bearings if you put a good review.
I definitely hustle for the reviews. So I do ask my customers if they're satisfied with their service and if I can follow up with a Google review. And most people say yes, but not everyone leaves a review.
Right.
But I get the conversation started, and sometimes some people will do it right there on the spot. Like, oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've actually seen people do that right there on the spot.
Yeah.
And the thing with reviews is like, for me, the only people that care about leaving reviews are the people that have a bad time at
very true.
mostly with restaurants is what I'm thinking about. Because like you're so angry that you want to put an impact that it's going to affect the restaurant.
Yeah, you're stopping whatever it is that you're doing and making time to pull this business up on Google, logging into your Gmail if you haven't,
and complaining.
Yeah. You know, and so, yeah, absolutely. I think most people lean more towards
Negativity. Because if you're positive, you had a good time, you go home, you sleep nice, you go to work the next day, your phone's fixed, and you don't really care about writing a review because you're already happy.
Yeah.
Nothing else could bother you, really.
Yeah, the urgency is getting your phone fixed, getting out, and then moving on with your life.
That's it.
Yeah. I have had people tell me, it's like, I just don't do that. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's honest, and I appreciate that. So I just tell them, I say, okay, no big deal. I said, just make sure you tell your friends.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. And that's just as good as a review.
And then watch the video that we made. Hey,
watch the video.
After you watch this, you're definitely giving a 5-star review.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl commercial that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
That's what I captioned it, huh? The Super Bowl commercial. Yeah. Genius.
Fox was asking too much.
Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah, I could have replaced some of those. That year, I think the Super Bowl commercials were not it.
No. I think there's been a dip.
It's been a little dip.
There's a dip in the quality of commercials.
Because they realized it costs like $20 million just to get 20 seconds on a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, and I think just like all of the online, like all like the YouTube stuff, all the marketing stuff, you get more for your buck than you do
a 30-second
30
clip on
second
one day of the year.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Like YouTube TV, they got their own like ad revenue thing going on
absolutely.
over
there.
Yeah. So it's changing. That's why you guys got to keep doing what you're doing here. You guys are the up and coming podcast.
Up and coming.
So,
some say the best in the North State.
Yeah,
Redding, California.
You should start a business Google profile so I can leave a review.
Yeah.
And you can officially be the number one.
Go to Apple.
Frankie said interesting.
If you guys are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. We're currently at 5 stars with 5 reviews, so we're looking good.
Damn.
5 out of 5.
You're gonna get a bunch of people said one star. I wasn't invited.
Yeah, seriously. They're like, well, you never invited me. So.
Frankie's already been through that.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't have a Google review profile at the time.
It'd be over for me.
You'd be done. you'd be the
Canceled.
last.
He said, "My house, my rules."
No, Lightning Phone Repair. We're in the same building as Ray's Board Shop. This is we completed our 3rd year.
3 years.
We're on year 4, and if you guys frequented the skate shop, you would know that we started the phone repair business in the skate shop, and people would come in, non-skaters. We would come into the skate shop and
That used to skate.
Yeah, but like my Lightning Phone Repair customers, they didn't know they were walking into a skate shop. They would just walk in and you see this dude working on a table.
They said, "What the?
Fixing phones.
Am I in the right spot?"
So that gave me the confidence, really, to be like, okay, people trust me. They're coming in, and despite the fact that I'm in a skate shop and they're dropping off their phones, and so yeah, ever since then, I was like, okay, cool, we got something here.
Good
Kept
stuff.
plowing.
And it gives them something to do too, because they could like check in, see what Ray got, and then like vice versa. So
Yeah, absolutely,
It's like good
yeah.
for both parties.
Yeah, and now they're coming in, they're checking Rays all the time. Yeah, so
Because skaters, they be falling and breaking their phones and whatnot, so it's like a win-win.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, everyone that walks into Rays is a potential customer.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Like, go in there, make sure to put your phone in your pocket.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Fix your phone
What's-
and get a session.
Yeah.
What's the worst looking phone that you've gotten? Like,
Ooh.
people probably had like 2 different screens fall off, and like the
My
motherboard-
nephew's iPad that you helped fix.
Yeah,
it
that
bad?
iPad was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I actually had an iPad today that was
Straight chipped
pretty
up.
bad.
like ran over 3 times, kind of looking.
No, it was actually so I've had phones literally broken in half from the tops, and we basically take out the logic board, which is the actual phone itself, and we'll put it in a brand new housing. So it's like taking an engine out of a car and putting it into a whole new
What?
car. Yeah. So, but today we did an iPad, and the top section of the iPad was broken, and so when I opened it up, there's nothing but like cookies, and
A lot of crumbs.
nothing but cookie crumbs and chip crumbs.
He said, not the kind of chips I was looking for.
Just covered. I'm like, dang. Yeah. So we get a lot of customers that bring in their iPads because their kids are breaking them. That's probably kids breaking iPads is it's probably up there as far as my source of income.
That's hefty.
Yeah, a lot of kids breaking iPads.
That's like
Big,
top 3%
top revenue.
clientele right there.
At what point is it unrepairable though? If you're fixing things that are broken in half, like an L shape.
Yeah. So for example, I did do one where it was completely broken, but the top section was broken, like the top inch. So it was just enough where the logic board itself was still
Intact.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you just take it out and just put it into a brand new housing.
A whole new screen, a whole new
Whole
back
new
piece,
screen, whole
huh?
new battery, whole new back.
I love
everything. It's basically buying a
whole new phone.
Yeah. So sometimes the cost of it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it does. It just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if they
but
want that phone, they
They
want
want
it.
that phone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Say they got important photos
Yeah.
of their kids on there, and you save them from all the trouble of having to figure out how to download it all onto a new phone.
Oh yeah, no. We get customers that come in that have sensitive stuff on their on their phones that they need for court.
Oh,
That's happened multiple times
Yeah.
where it's like, ooh, I need to get this fixed because I have this in documented. So we get all types of customers.
Y'all say that's an extra 200.
Yeah. Oh, did I say 75? I made out 175.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your last name? That's 3.
Unless you use code Munchkin.
Yeah, for sure. Mention Munch again. We'll charge you extra.
He said it's over.
It's over.
For the people out there right now, what kind of deals you got going on?
Man, so I would say and I think you've done this repair before, the back glass.
Yeah.
On an iPhone repair. So if you go online and call a bunch of repair shops, you're gonna get really, really, really big quotes, $200, $300, $400 quotes. So that's kind of like we can really, really hook people up with the back glass, because I'd say on average it's about $100 for a back glass.
Nice.
So you call one of my competitors, and then you call me, you're gonna be blown away.
Getting a better deal.
Yeah, absolutely. But everything else is pretty consistent. I think we still got the best prices in town. But for sure with the back glasses, we're blowing what's the expression, people out of the water, or the
Blowing competitors out of the water.
there you go, something like that.
Or just blowing people.
Yeah.
He said pause.
You come to Lightning Phone Repair, you get your phone fixed.
I can't even say it.
No, shit.
About to get canceled.
Crazy. Just ruin the whole advertisement for your store. No, but in all seriousness, it is the place to go. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's quick. They don't call it Lightning Phone Repair for nothing.
No.
They get it fixed in a jiff.
Yep.
And I ain't talking peanut butter.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I should make a new one.
Yeah.
I just don't know like specifics. You know what I mean?
Well, the one thing that we do advertise, and people let us know that they've never heard this before, we do advertise 30 minutes or less for an iPhone screen repair.
Nice.
So most people expect it, an hour or two, but we'll knock it out in less than 30 minutes. Yeah.
That's enough to play like a.
He said,
Listo.
Yeah.
by the time you walk to your car, I'm gonna call you back. Hey, come back inside.
No joke. I actually had a review that someone left me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I dropped it on my phone," and they called me. I was like, I just pulled back. I went home, pulled into the driveway, and they had called me to come pick it up.
Wow.
So he was pretty impressed. Yeah, super fast.
Super quick.
Yeah.
Some call him the Flash,
Yeah.
but we call him John Wonton.
June the one.
Just gave him that nickname like earlier. That's funny.
But big moves.
Yeah.
Big moves. And then now you still got Lightning Phone Repair, but you recently just moved down to Texas again.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I used to live in Texas for many years, and
Austin.
yeah. So 2010 is when I moved back, and I just moved back to Texas to the Austin area.
Interesting place. There's this podcast I listen to. One of the best podcasts ever. Used to be on 6th Street. It might be 6th Street still. But it's called Kill Tony.
Yep.
You ever heard of that?
Oh yeah.
One of the best podcasts ever, because it literally is just a podcast of random comedians coming up to stage and doing their 1 minute thing, and it's so funny.
Yeah, they get like roasted, right, by like professional comedians.
Yeah. They go up
I
there.
know Joe Rogan's been there.
Yep, it's at Joe Rogan's building.
Yeah.
Mothership. So Austin's been popping.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been moving down there.
A lot of people moving
Comedians.
down to Texas. Yeah, a lot of huge comedy scene down there.
You gotta bring that comedy game down there if you're gonna live down there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll just go there for the barbecue.
Go there for the barbecue.
You see any Asians down there? Is there a lot of Asian people down there?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, they every now and then.
I cannot move down there. Man. I'll tell you what.
Now you wear a cowboy hat, you fit right in.
Yeah,
You
just
fit
tell
right
them.
in. Yeah.
I just say I'm Mexican.
Yeah, there you go.
See.
Koui, has anybody ever like mistaken you for Mexican?
No. They're just like, why are you so dark?
No, this one time I was at this. I almost said funeral home, but it wasn't. It was a retirement home of all these old people that just kind of get taken care of by other people. And I walked in there because I was going in for a job interview. And I went to talk to the manager or whatever, see if they have any openings or whatnot. And then one of the ladies, they're like playing bingo or playing some type of thing at the table. She looks at me. She's like, "Hey, I saw you yesterday or like 2 days ago at the restaurant." I was like, "Oh, where?" She's like, "Oh, at like this Mexican restaurant." I was like, "Oh, I wasn't at a Mexican restaurant." And then she pulls out this pamphlet. And she's like, "Oh, isn't that you?" And it's just a Mexican dude on a pamphlet. I'm like, "What?"
He said NPC.
I'm like, I'm not Mexican.
Yeah, you're famous, bro.
And then
you own a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah. I realized that was not the job for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually people think I'm other things besides Mexican.
Really?
So yeah, I get Middle Eastern, I get Egyptian, I get
Egyptian. That's very specific. They're like, I've seen you on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably pass for like a
King Tut?
like Middle
Middle Eastern for sure. I get
like
that a lot.
I can see
or even Indian,
Afghan or something.
Yeah. So
Actually, especially because you're working on phones.
Yeah. I realize there's a lot of Middle Easterns in the phone repair game.
Yeah. But not as good as you.
He said the kiosk in the mall.
Yeah.
They're not 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, I got a few competitors here in town. Yeah.
He said, but I'm number one.
Number one.
speaking of phones, man, I've had some issues. Being a mailman, I'm driving a lot on the streets. Mm-hmm. And man, do I see a lot of people texting and driving.
Oh, yeah.
Calling and driving. Still kind of is annoying to see. Because it's like, I mean, texting is worse because you're literally looking down and texting and not looking at the street. But with calling, you can kind of still pay attention to the street and drive. I'm like, there's literally like 90% of the people I see out there are texting and driving. It's so sad to see, man. I hate it.
Even the cops too, because they be on their laptop. They're like, shh.
Yeah, even the cops. And I mean, I'm sure you could be multi-talented or multitasking, like really good at it, and you can drive and text and whatever. But it's like the fact that you can't wait 5 minutes, because from the destination from wherever you're leaving to the next place, which is probably somewhere in town, is max 10 minutes. You can't wait 10 minutes for a reply. Or
sometimes it's like directions though. Like
sometimes
if you don't got a phone, like phone stand, you know.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
But if you're a local, you don't really need directions.
That was a good thoughtful comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But true. Not everyone's local.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, you're right. But I was like, oh.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't need to.
But yeah, anyways, that's everywhere. That's been around for days.
I just think it's crazy. People are this addiction that they have, this necessity that they need to be on their phone all the time. Yeah. It's like I need to reply right now.
Social media, man. This day and age, that's how it be.
Yeah.
Who are soon going to be.
I think about that too.
You see people.
I have the same process.
Yeah.
In my head and go, you're gonna pull over in 5 minutes and park. It's not that important.
It's not that important.
It's not that important.
Unless you're like...
You're going to cause your potential causing an accident.
Yeah.
And, so...
I think it's weird. I hate to be that guy, like, not negative Nancy, but like the Karen that's like, don't text and drive. Yeah. But it's really...
Munchkin cares.
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem, man. If you gotta text while driving, like you can wait. Maybe I understand if you're changing like a song, like skipping a song to the next song, you're just adding a playlist. But I see a lot of people just texting and driving.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, man.
What about headphones?
Frankie doesn't like it.
Headphones, I wear headphones.
Yeah.
But headphones are fine because you're still paying attention to the road. You're not physically doing something else.
You keep both in or just one?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think California allows you to have one.
Alert.
So you can still hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a siren. What if you're deaf though, and there's like a ambulance coming your direction that you can't see? You just thug it.
You just keep going.
Because you're seeing what you're seeing, but it could come like on either side and you can't see it, and you just keep on going. Then you're just done-dollar at that point.
I wonder if you're allowed to drive if you're deaf. You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure you're allowed because you can see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna Google that one. I'm not sure.
I
would assume
even if you're deaf,
they would say yes, but
that doesn't mean you're
dangerous.
Still. Yeah,
there is a dangerous factor to it.
A little bit.
Where you gotta be able to hear
attentive.
A potential ambulance or fire truck or something like that.
Because that'd be kind of cold-blooded even if you're just deaf, you can't drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's high. It's like they just don't recommend it.
I'm pretty sure they can still drive though.
Yeah.
Because that'll be messed up if you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine blind people driving.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people that wear hearing aids, they're pretty much deaf, but they're just enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just have to be enhanced to drive.
How did we get here?
Cyborg. They're cyborgs.
You gotta gain experience points to be here.
If you're deaf, that's why they have those cutouts on the side of the road. You know, when you run over it on the freeway mostly, it's like zzz.
Oh, the guards. Like, so you know that. Oh,
so that's a deaf person's lane.
Yeah. Like when you're bowling and they put the guards up so that you don't go in the gutter.
Yeah.
It kind of helps too, because if you're driving at night and you're kind of like sleepy, it kind of wakes you up.
It does, yeah.
It's like, damn.
Oh, for sure.
And then the yellow bumps.
John's like, trust me. Here to Texas? That's a long drive.
And the yellow bumps in the middle, like the double yellow lines.
Yeah.
That's like braille to deaf drivers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm in Canadian.
They just stop and touch it.
That'd be horrible.
For all the deaf people listening to this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
This man's about to put out the video in braille. send the whole thing to your in mail.
That'd be a lot of dots, man.
Yeah.
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots are good.
Damn. It's gone too far. Is it messed up to talk about deaf people like that? I don't think so.
I'm not saying anything.
Sometimes no answer is the best answer. Anyways, 30 minutes or less, folks. That's
30 minutes or less.
Get your phone fixed.
Yeah.
Get your phone fixed.
Yeah.
Don't be texting and driving. But if you get in a car wreck, he will fix it in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah. I've had customers that have had major car wrecks.
And their phone was
when
damaged.
they come in and they need to get their phone fixed.
They said, "What about my windshield?"
Yeah, I was like, that ain't 30 minutes.
I don't got that kind of class.
Well, knowing me, I'll try to make that money.
I got a guy.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You said I know a guy.
I know a guy.
If I put about 200 of these together, I could create a windshield.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what I think would be a really, really good business? I started watching, the SB mower, or it's a couple of the guys that mow lawns on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then they have like a little snippet, and then they mow lawns for free.
Yeah, and they do like the time lapse of them.
Yeah. So I watched a video of one of those guys, and in the video he locks his keys in his truck.
Oh damn.
He calls a guy to unlock it. It took him 10 minutes. Guess how much he charged him?
How much? $300.
Exactly.
Whoa.
$300.
Just because the inconvenience of him driving
10
there.
minutes. You know what he did? He got one of those old Jimmy things, pulled it, boom. And he paid it.
$300?
Didn't even negotiate.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I would have been like $50.
Because the towing people,
Yeah,
they
50 bucks.
They
That's
be
like
taxing.
more than enough.
Yeah.
$50.
$300.
Depending how far you gotta drive though.
No, the guy said he was there in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. But he was like, oh yeah, he was like really quick to answer and show up, and I'm like, yeah, $300.
That's a good
I'm in
little.
the wrong business.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You should purposely lock people. I'll be the people that lock their keys in their car, and then I'll call you. I know a guy.
Well, next month I'll be here doing the podcast on that business.
Yeah.
Lightning carjack.
This man trademarked lightning in there. Just everything. Lightning food delivery.
Under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
$300, man.
Dude, I'll take you on to another level.
Yeah.
Ambulances,
Yeah.
they get there in less than 10 minutes too. And all they got to do is come there, pick you up, take you to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they send you a bill with like
Save
$2,000.
$3,000.
$3,000.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta think twice before you call
No,
911.
I'd rather skate there.
Yeah.
With a broken leg. It's like hill bombing with your leg up.
Might as well be dead at that point.
That's a lot of money.
Just sketch behind the truck.
Yeah.
Just hold and pray.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, anyways, thanks for coming on to the podcast, man. Mr. John
Thanks for having me.
Castillo,
Castillo.
former Concrete Lodge
Yeah.
John Wonton.
entrepreneur, lightning phone repair.
Oh, and I just launched iPhone Hippo.
What's iPhone Hippo?
iPhone Hippo. It's buying and selling iPhones.
He's fixing phones and he's flipping phones.
Yeah. So I've been flipping phones for a while.
Kick flipping?
Yeah.
On the block straight cruising.
I should turn them into tech decks.
Yeah, just
Old ones. Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, so I've been doing
I
that
want
for a while.
10% for that
Yeah.
idea.
That's actually a really good idea.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I decided just to kind of separate and turn it into a different business. So yeah, I check it out. iPhone at Instagram, iPhone Hippo, and iPhoneHippo.com.
So you buy cell phones
Buy and sell them.
and sell them.
Yeah. So you can buy phones from me, or sell me a phone.
So if you have an old phone you want to get rid of,
Yeah, you got an old iPhone.
that's the man.
Yeah, Instagram, iPhone Hippo.
Instead of putting it in that little machine
Yeah,
at the mall, take it to this guy.
call me. I'll pay you more than what they pay you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
machines probably only give you like $20.
No. I had a lady come in. She was like, "Oh," I told her how much I would have paid her. She's like, "Oh, I took it to the machine."
No.
Yeah, so she was
Little did she know there was a Hippo
little
phone.
Hippo just hoarding iPhones.
Yeah. And then you got phones too. For
Yeah.
less than probably a dealership would sell you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Good deals. Yeah, good deals. Absolutely.
Launching that.
Deals for days.
Yeah.
How about, you got all sorts of iPhones? Is it just iPhones or all phones?
Just
Androids?
iPhones.
Oh, just
Yeah,
iPhones.
just iPhones. Yeah.
But for the repair stuff, it's both.
All brands.
All brands.
Yeah.
iPads.
Samsungs, Motorola's, LG's, Google Pixels, OnePlus,
Even Nokia, I heard.
Nokia's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nokia. The N100 and the G300 are very popular models.
Okay. And if those break, then that's insane.
Indestructible.
Yeah. Those do not break.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty indestructible. Even Motorola's. I'm impressed with Motorola.
Wow.
I wouldn't use one. I'm a big iPhone guy, but Motorola's are very indestructible.
One time, dude.
Yeah.
Koui was like, I told Koui, I was like, you just got to get an iPhone, man.
Yeah.
Because he was on the Android game for the longest time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then once he switched, especially for skateboarding, like videography and stuff,
Yeah, the video quality.
Yeah.
iPhone just hit.
But sometimes you just gotta work with what you got
Yeah,
at the
you gotta work
time.
with what you have, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's a cellular device is made for one reason: communication.
Communication. Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
just the extra add-ons.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like a car.
Yeah.
You get to A to B, but if you want the extra stuff, then you gotta pay premium. You want that backup camera? That's extra $5,000.
You want the car to go in reverse?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay for it.
Just park wherever you gotta go straight. Get out easy.
You want to update the Tesla? 8,000.
That's funny.
It's getting wild out here.
Yeah.
Anyways, John Castillo. Didn't mention, you guys already know Koui Say Chow was on the pod. You
Yes,
know
sir.
that voice. Everybody's favorite.
The cucumber chips.
Yeah. The only fan,
Still
only
eating it.
person to like the chip.
For some reason, he likes the cucumber chips.
Yeah.
Nobody knows why. But if Koui approves it, then most of you guys out there will probably approve.
Yeah.
Follow in his footsteps.
I wouldn't buy it, but I'm just eating it. Just
Yeah.
eat it.
Because it's there.
All right. Well, you got any last words, John? You want to tell the people before?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate what you guys are doing here. Super stoked. And for everybody that was a part of the old skate shop, and I just want to thank you guys for all the support all those years.
Everybody
And
out there.
Everybody out there. And we had a lot of fun. And so if you want to catch up with what I'm doing, I'm here at the shop.
Yeah.
Come check me out. If you have a phone to sell, check me out. And but yeah, I'm really excited for what you guys are doing, and excited to see what's next.
What we have in store? You got any last words to tell the people, Koui?
Subscribe, and if you don't want to, then that's fine.
That's all right with us.
Yeah, but we still want that 5-star review.
Yes, go to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. No comments. I don't like those.
Those are disabled.
Don't tell me that you want to see more feet. I literally had one person on YouTube comment, I would like to see more feet in your videos. I'm like, what? That's probably just a bot, though.
Something.
Them Lamborghinis. Anyways, thanks everybody for listening, watching this podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Great time. Peace out. Gang vibes.